Hi guys, welcome to our channel. If you're just joining for the first time, don't forget to click on the notification bell icon so that you can always get our video notifications. And don't forget to like, comment on our videos and share them. Thank you very much. Now, today we'll be talking about the healthcare system, workers, and how they are prone to danger. Workers working in the healthcare center, most of them are prone to danger because they are exposed, because most times they work with mentally disoriented people. Not just mentally disoriented people, they work with the aged people. So most times these people they are working with are not conscious of their mind. They either lost their mind because of mental stress, or they've lost their mind because of old age. So this exposes healthcare workers to lots of challenges. So we're talking about a story of a healthcare worker who was brutally murdered by the person she was caring for. Oh, yes. Yeah, as beautiful as traveling to Western countries to get jobs, to try to do better for yourself, it's very important to be careful because sometimes most healthcare workers are not really protected. They're exposed. I've said this before, most of them are exposed. So if you want to travel out of your country to a Western country to make ends meet and all that, ensure that you are well protected. Ensure that you're working for a company that protects you, that puts you as priority. So let's get on to the story and see what happened, how she was murdered. So according to the story, she was working with a mentally disabled person in a mental health facility. She was working with this man in the UK in the hospital care home. Now, there are the way they do this hospital care home, there are the ones where different patients are, well, should I call it psychiatric hospital? Okay, I think that's one. That's a bigger picture. Now, when those people are better off, they take them to a private care home hospital community. From in that community, they assign special healthcare attendants to them. You attend to them personally, watch their growth, and you get to notice, oh, they're getting better, they're fitting properly in this community, they're doing okay. And then from there, they can actually now go into the whole larger community space. So from the main psychiatric hospital to the hospital community where they're learning community life, and then finally to back into society. But one thing happened in the course of taking care of this man. There are times he always felt like running away. You know, people who are not mentally stable, they always have the urge to walk or to go away. You know, that's one of the things. They want to run, they want to go away, they want to keep wandering around. So he wanted to go at several occasions that he made such attempts. She was able to talk to him. She was able to talk him out of it. She was able to, oh no, don't go. We are working. I know, with all of her encouragement, all of her care, the patient always stayed back. So she felt, oh, I'm actually doing so much. You know, he respects me, he loves me, he listens to me now. So thank God, hopefully soon he would be going back home to be a better man and then be able to fit into society. These were her thoughts. She thought she was making progress. She didn't know that tragedy was loading. This time he wanted to run away again. And of course, being her patient, she thought she could influence his decision. So she started trying to talk him out of it, hold him down, and all that. But he resisted. He kept resisting her, and she kept pushing because, of course, she felt he was making sound progress. I mean, she was working hard on him, and he should be able to listen to her. But that wasn't what happened. In the course of the argument and all that, he pushed her hard. She fell and smashed her head on the floor, which caused a lot of brain injuries. And that was not just all he did. And because he hit her several times and she fainted, she was taken to the hospital and found dead because of the brain injuries. She could not survive it. Now remember, this person is mentally unstable. Even if you sue him, you will likely not win the case because if anybody has had a prior mental health issue, the court will assume that it was the mental health that made him turn violent as he did. So you cannot exactly charge him for murder, although they try to push, but then there's no way he would be convicted for murder. He is a mentally unstable human being, which is expected. So anybody who's working with a mentally unstable person ordinarily ought to have themselves prepared at all times for any mental health episode. Don't think that, oh, he's calm, he loves me, I'm his favorite person. Mental health, mentally unstable people do not have a favorite person. Mentally unstable people are mentally unstable. So you have to always protect yourself around them. As a person, even before, even if you're not a healthcare worker, if you stay around mentally unstable people, you always have to be at alert for yourself because they are mentally unstable. They can lose it at any time. So even if you have somebody who's temperamental, someone who has not been diagnosed that they are mentally unstable, a temperamental person, man or woman, is dangerous. You always have to be prepared around them. How much more somebody that has been certified and declared mentally unstable and is receiving treatment? You will be doing yourself great harm if you're not always prepared to defend yourself around such people. But unfortunately, healthcare workers are exposed to people like this, and this is not the first case of murder or abuse that's happening with a healthcare worker. And most times it is always African healthcare workers who are always abused and molested in this way. I don't know why, but that's what happens. Maybe I feel like sometimes people easily get irritated by Africans, or they feel like it's easier to pick on them. It's easier to pick on them and get away with it because the laws might not really be very strict, or they feel like Africans are stronger people. They should be able to accommodate a higher level of stress, a higher level of whatever, because a lot of nonsense gets dished out to you if you're an African who's working in a care home. Don't forget that. So when you're agitating, you're in a hurry to leave your country to go somewhere else to work as a healthcare worker. Doesn't matter, even if I have to go as a whatever, I will do it. Don't be too desperate because you don't know what you're coming here to do. It's not as easy as you're looking at it. They always say it's not always greener on the other side. There's another story of a Senegal health worker who was working for a UK based when the same abuse happened. Unfortunately, in fact, her own abuse is that she wasn't working for a mentally unstable person. She was working for an old man who was mentally stable as well, because age makes people quite mental. So this lady was mental because she wasn't stable and she kept on abusing this black. So I would like to think that this particular one, she was already racist, and so some of them get irritated by their workers. Them they easily get irritated by most of the things you do, and they're always complaining, getting on your nerves every single day, and then you're struggling, you're working so hard, you want to keep your job, you want to please this person that is not even pleased by everything you're doing. So yes, before you travel out of your country and before you pick up any job, know the risks that are involved in this job so that you can prepare yourself, and also understand the laws. I've always said this: understand the laws that govern the place that you are traveling to. That way you will be protected. That way you will be secure. That way you will not get into trouble. Because getting into trouble in a foreign land is not very easy because you don't have a lot of people to run to. Unlike where you're in your home country, there's family, there are a few friends, there is church and other communities that can actually support you. But going to another country, it's just you might be stranded. You might really, really be stranded, and it might not really go down there easy for you. So yes, those are two cases of murder that has happened to healthcare workers. So, advice for you: if you're planning to travel abroad, ensure that you are protected. That's one. Next, ensure that you are acquainted with the policies of each country, and also ensure that you know the jobs, your rights, and everything that's expected in that particular field you're working, so that you don't get into trouble. And also look out for yourself. Ensure that you're always on your feet protecting yourself, because racism is also real. So all right guys, be safe out there. I wish you guys the best. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment what you think about this video. If you like this video, please share to your friends and to as many that will need to watch this video and learn a few lessons. Thank you very much. Don't forget, subscribe, click on the notification bell icon, and share. Love you. Bye bye.